Alright, so we are live on YouTube now as well, and today we'll be playing Scenes of a Solar Empire 2, which is one of the many games in my backlog. One of many games in my backlog. And as I mentioned before we went live on YouTube too, I did play the first one quite a bit back in the day. And this is pretty similar. Hey Teacher Mem, thanks for the sub, appreciate it. So this is basically the first game, but better. It's an evolution rather than revolution. Now, I did play it, but that was like more than 10 years ago. Maybe we should go through some of the tutorials. There are quite a few. I don't know how long they're gonna be. I guess we can go through them real quick. And this was actually a pretty unique game. It's kind of hard to compare it to anything else because, yeah, there isn't really a good comparison. Okay, these are just gonna be some super basics. All right. Yeah, zoom in, zoom out. Quick zoom shows you the local region, right? E to instantly zoom in. Alright. Okay. Different planet. About what you might expect. Okay, that was quick. Alright, this shouldn't take too long then. It might be useful for people not familiar with this game. Can you tell a bit about the game? Well, it's basically a space-based strategy, but it's not a turn-based game. It's a real-time strategy, but it's not an RTS, if that makes sense. You can pause anytime you want, but it's also a slower game. It's definitely not an RTS kind of game in terms of pacing. Right, HUD. Research here. Yeah, I mean, you'll see. It is a pretty good game. I played it quite a bit back in the day. Well, precisely because it is a real-time strategy, but it's not really an RTS. That's diplomacy. Maybe it's a little bit like civilization in space, but in real time. I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it, to be honest. Minor factions. Military. But you take control of planets, you build up your system defenses, you build fleets, you invade others. There are pirates, other factions, minor factions, research. There's all kinds of stuff. Colonize planets, so one at the moment. These are the resources, so credits, metal and crystal. Here we got the market. Trade. You allocate export points to export types to adapt your economy to changing needs. Exotics, so more resources. You will need the different types of exotics to build advanced units, such as capital ships and titans. In-game clock. You can speed up, slow down, pause. We can speed up, slow down. Future orbits. View into the future for the planet and phase lane changes. Okay. This is the future orbits button. It allows you to view the future positions of planets and phase lanes. You can learn more detail on this feature in the Galaxy Overview tutorial. Is that new? I don't remember that from the first game. That sounds like it's new. This button toggles the cinematic view, which removes the HUD for watching battles and taking screenshots. Alright. Sounds good. Okay. Galaxy overview. Yeah, that is neat. Okay, zoom out. You should be seeing your capital planet now, yeah. Connected to unexplored worlds, yep. You will start surrounded by unexplored planets. Yep. Normally you will start the game with scouts. Yep. Alright. Build ship. Yeah, so this is build ship. Orbital structures, logistics, defense, commerce. There you go. We will now reveal the entire map, alright? Now that the entire galaxy is revealed, zoom all the way out. Asteroids are the most basic planetoids you can colonize. They have limited space to upgrade, but are essential for expanding your empire. Ice planets are primarily specialized in crystal. They also have decent credit income. All factions like getting ice worlds early in the game. Volcanic planets are primarily specialized in metal. Also high research, but bad credit generation. There are many other planets and features to discover as you explore. One of the most important new gameplay features of Scenes 2 is orbiting planets. Okay, so it is new. During the game, planets will move, creating new phase lanes and destroying others. Okay, that is neat. That is really neat. You can peek up to 1 hour into the future using the Future Orbits button. This allows you to plan your strategy around the changing topology. Click the button now. Okay, that is really neat. Note how the planets are moving and that the phase lanes are changing. You can move back and forth in time by clicking the time bar. Yep. Alright, alright. Interesting. Yeah, check this out, right here. Yeah, look at these 2 asteroids. Yep. So this connection disappears and this one appears. That is a really neat feature. I can't think of any other game with a feature like this. Any, like, space-based game. Yeah, I can't think of any other game that has this functionality. Alright, alright. Consider me interested. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Alright, orbital structures. All orbital structures are grouped into either civilian or military. There is the problem that Scenes 1 had, where the maps were static and therefore predictable. Yeah, you could like heavily fortify like one choke point, one spot, and not really have to worry about anything. Of course, there's also Terra Invicta, but let's not talk about that. Yeah, we do not talk about that game. We do not talk about that. I got an email recently about like 1.0, And I'm like, no, I don't think I will. Certainly not my thing. Anyway, orbital structures cost slots to place in orbit. You can see the planet's current slot usage in the structure buttons, right? 3 out of 10, 3 out of 15. Upgrading the planet's logistics track will increase the slots you have to spend on civilian structures. Alright, so right here. Upgrading the planet's logistics track will increase the slots you have. Yeah. Upgrading the defensive track will increase the military structures. Now let's build a light factory. Alright. Your cursor has now been loaded with a light factory. You can move it around to place it exactly where you want, right? So we can place it within this yellow circle. Between this one and this one. Like basically anywhere you want. So we can place it like on the other side where nobody will be coming from that direction. Or something. Alright. You can also skip the micromanagement of placing your structures by holding Control when clicking the structure button. The structures will automatically be placed near other structures. Try this quickly by building 3 Gauss defense platforms, alright? 1, 2, 3. You can quickly remove queued or structures under construction by right-clicking the structure button. Alright? There you go. You can also move your orbital structures to adapt to changing phase lanes due to orbiting planets. Click the Rotate Structures button on the Advanced Planets menu. Okay. Rotate Planet Orbital Structures. Allows you to reposition all of your structures together. While moving, most structures will not be operational. Okay. Interesting. That is interesting. Alright. Okay, next. We're like 1/3 done. Maybe a bit less. I wanted to finish my early access game before 1.0 releases. Well, it's releasing on like, I don't know, 5th January or something, or 6th. So you don't have a whole lot of time left. The orbit thing is one of the neatest mechanics I've seen. Yeah, it is pretty neat. I like it. Welcome to basic unit controls. First, we will begin, yeah. Build a capital ship, alright. The selection window at top right will show all units in the same gravity well. This makes it easy to interact with all nearby friendly and enemy units. Right?
Ready for battle.
You can focus your camera on any unit by clicking it, yeah. There you go. Now that your capital ship is selected, give it orders.
That's more like it.
You can also move or attack by right-clicking targets or anyone in the gravity well. This is by far the most common method.
Yes, Commander. At once.
All capital ships have 3 core abilities and 1 ultimate ability that are unlocked as the capital ship gains experience in combat. Pressing the yellow arrow above the ability will level it up. All capital ships can be further customized with ship items. These are powerful items that are unlocked with research, acquired from minor factions, or discovered from special sources. Okay. Got it. Next. Welcome to Fleet Essentials. Fleets make building and managing ships across your empire much easier. All fleets can be managed from the bookmark window on top left. This window can also be used to bookmark planets, but for now let's focus on fleets. You will typically always start the game with an auto-created fleet unless you have it disabled in your settings. We have disabled your auto-created fleet for this tutorial only.
Fleet created.
Alright. A fleet can be selected like any other unit by left-clicking. Okay. Selecting a fleet will always bring up the ship build window. Here you can see what your current fleet composition is. Otherwise, this looks the same as building from any factory or planet, but it's much more powerful. All fleet build orders will choose factories best suited to meet these requests, based on a number of factors including distance and production backlog. Simply queue up ships to build, and your subordinates will handle the rest. You'll never need to worry about searching for your ship factories again, alright? So any capital ship.
Good day, Commander. Times of war are upon us.
You can queue up a bunch. 20. There you go. While your light frigates are building, you can inspect where they are being constructed on the tooltip. Hover over the selected build queue icon, and the tooltip will display which planets are fulfilling your orders. Yup. We will now speed up the construction. Alright.
Give the order.
The fleet. To instantly make a new fleet with only your selected ships,
Fleet
okay?
created.
Got it?
Scouts have found a colonizable planet.
If you zoom out, you will see both fleet icons below your capital planet icon. Right? Yup. You can easily merge fleets together by left-clicking on the icon of one fleet and then right-clicking and the fleet you wish to merge into, alright?
Got a job for me?
Got it?
Fleet deployment.
Fleets are
Acknowledged.
controllable like any other unit. By default, they travel quickly to other gravity wells without waiting for other ships. To make them jump together, right-click the move button. By default, fleets will attack everything inside their current gravity well. You can change this behavior by clicking the engagement range button inside the attack button.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Engage anywhere. Stop, attack, move fast. Okay. Hold position, engage close. Alright. So that's done. Research. Our favorite part. Welcome to the research tutorial. Here we will go over the basics of the research system. Let's get started. But can we predict the outcome? And will it be intriguing? This is your military research button. You will see the number 0 on it. This number represents your empire's military research points, of which you currently have 0. Okay. Open the build orbital structures. Yeah, military research station, right? Now you've obtained a military research point. Building orbital research stations is the primary way to do this, but you can also build surface planet items to obtain them as well. Let's see what they are good for. Hey, Bugbuffer100, thanks for the Prime sub, appreciate it. Okay. This is the military research window, which contains all the military research that your empire is capable of. It is quite expansive, and some screen resolutions. You might need to scroll down to see it all. Okay? Okay, what kind of resolution would you need to not have to scroll down? That's my question. Because I'm on 4K here. What kind of resolution would you need to not scroll down? This is your tier 3. Unlocking each level makes the tiered research subject available for purchase. Yeah, you might need to scroll down, spans to screens. I know, right? Unlocking each tier also grants your empire permanent bonuses. The kind of resolution you just have or don't have, yeah. Maybe that's gonna be our New Year resolution, am I right? Well, it's almost New Year, I had to. You now have enough research points to unlock the first tier. Click to begin unlocking. While a tier is unlocking, you can queue up any research in that tier's research column, okay? A crucial element of the military research tree is fleet supply research. It determines the number of ships your empire can support simultaneously. Okay? It is always located on the top row of each race's military research equivalent. To proceed, research basic provisioning. Basic provisioning, alright? Got it? All research has a price listed in the tooltip. Some late-stage research will also cost exotics, which is a subject for another tutorial, alright? Some research topics have prerequisites shown by arrows from previous tiles. If no arrow can be drawn, a triangle appears in the top left corner. Topics that unlock ships, ship items, or planet items have a key icon in the bottom right. If you have research in progress, you'll see it at the bottom. You can also auto-queue advanced research, which adds its prerequisites automatically. Click Garrison Expansion to see this in action. Alright. Now take the Garrison Expansion research subject and drag it to the front of the queue. Okay. This button toggles a more compressed view of the research tree. Okay, yeah, got it. Still need to scroll down though. If you want to find a specific research subject, you can use type to search. Alright, got it. It also checks both military and civilian domains for your results, so you don't have to search in each separately. Okay, good. It's just future-proofing. 20 years from now, some YouTuber is gonna see that message and go, who can't see the whole screen? Yeah. Well, you will need some really big monitor, though. You have completed the research tutorial, alright? Derelicts and wreckage. In this tutorial, we will explore how to locate and capture derelicts, and how to salvage wreckage. Derelicts are found adrift throughout the galaxy. Their origin is unknown. Yeah. A derelict can be located in an adjacent gravity well. Zoom out far enough to see a planet with a yellow indicator on the upper left of its icon. This means a derelict is present. Okay. Right here, I assume. Zoom into the derelict located in the planet's gravity well. It will be a grey triangular shaped icon with the grey circle around it. Okay. That's it. Grey triangular shaped icon with a grey circle around it. I'm not really seeing that, but alright. Notice that the derelict is surrounded by defenders. The scavengers want to claim the derelict for their own profit. You will need to fight them off and claim it for yourself. Send your fleet to clear the gravity well and then move your capital ship into the circle around the derelict to start capturing it. Alright? Right, so we can zoom in and out like this instantly, right? That's gonna come in handy, I guess.
Got a job for me?
Or, right, can just do this.
A sound plan.
And we can speed up. I assume I can use like plus, minus. Or can I? Apparently not.
Give the order. All hands.
Alright, they're coming.
Phase jump. Got a job for me?
Are we there yet? Yeah, that's my New Year resolution.
What now?
Well, only 10 days left in 2025 now. Any games you guys are looking forward in 2026? I'm not even sure myself. None that I can think of immediately. 2026 is totally the year when XCOM 3 is gonna be announced, am I right? Oh yeah, man, that's true, true.
How can I be
Now
of
we can
service?
move in, right?
We're underway. Got a job for me? A sound plan. Where do you need me?
So, does that work? Is there some kind of progress? Yeah, it's moving. It's a red bar. Not very quickly, but it's moving. Falling frontier. Okay, there you go. Capturing derelicts gives you the resources and boosts your capital ship's experience. This can be crucial for gaining early game momentum against an enemy. Wreckage works similarly to derelicts. There is an enemy player on this map. Destroy their capital ship and capture the wreckage as you would a derelict.
Got a job for me?
Okay.
We're underway.
I guess we'll do that then.
What now?
Maybe speed up a bit. What's the max speed here?
hands.
Times 10? Alright.
For a phase jump.
Times 2 is enough. Where's that capital ship though? Is that it? No. Right here.
Give the order. This should be a routine
Get in,
combat
boys.
mission.
My entire top 5 on my Steam wishlist has a 2027 or unspecified release date. Well, to be fair, even if a game says 2026 release date, it can always get delayed, so that's certainly not a guarantee that it will actually be released in 2026. Is there a mod for this game that makes the ships actually fly around in combat? The previous one had it. I have no idea. Okay, it's down.
Where do you need
Now
me?
we can move in
A sound plan. Ahead slow.
to salvage it. Okay, there's the progress. So it's not quick. And these are the resources we would get, I assume. Capture time remaining. 50 seconds. Wait, did he move out? He did move out.
A sound plan. We're underway. Got a job for me? How can I
There
be
is
of
an order to hold position, so
Report
we
it
can do
in.
that. Alright.
Where do you need me?
There you go. Acquiring resources from wreckage not only boosts your supplies, but also denies them to your enemy. Strategies like this are key to winning. Alright. Economy overview. Delays aren't unusual in this space. In the space game space. Yeah. I see what you did there. I do see what you did there. Welcome to the economy tutorial, alright? Resource window up here. The Vasari, however, do not need to use credits and primarily rely on metal and crystal. Okay. Hovering over each resource shows its income rate, right? Each planet generates a small certain amount per second. As your economy grows, you will incur infrastructure taxes based on your income, not your ships or fleet supply. Okay. It's a marginal tax system where higher income is taxed at higher rates. Initially, your tax rate will be 0, as your income will be low. Let's talk about how to produce more resources from your planet. This is your planet's mining truck. It represents the production of metal and crystal on your selected planet. Right? Mining. Once this truck is completed, your planet will produce more metal and crystal per second. It is your primary way to acquire these resources. This is your commerce truck. It functions similarly to the mining truck, except it governs your credit production. Right? Another great way to increase your economic production is through research. Open your civilian research window to continue. Okay. Some research subjects will increase your overall productivity. Let's explore this by researching civilian research tier 1. Hover over tier research to see that it increases all metal gained from planets by flat percentage. Okay. Invest in subjects like these to improve your overall resource production. Another way to increase resource production is by using orbital extractors. These advanced structures need research, but are unlocked for this tutorial. Okay, press escape, select your capital planet, go to structures menu and build metal extractor to continue. Alright, so right here. Not here. Wait, which one is it? Orbital structures, trade port, transit hub, broadcast center, heavy factory, light factory. Oh yeah, right here. You can build extractors on each resource asteroid that the planet has, but they cost logistics slots. Some planets, like ice worlds, have more crystal asteroids, while others, like volcanic worlds, have more metal. Consider planet types when planning your empire's growth. Alright? Sometimes you just need to buy and sell resources rapidly to achieve your production goals. Luckily, various factions across galaxy host markets where you can buy and sell metal and crystal. However, if someone destroys a faction, their market will vanish with them. This is the market window, and is the main way to engage with markets in the galaxy. Here you can buy or sell metal and crystal for credits. Alright? Got it? Exotics overview. This is your exotics button. It shows, yeah. These are your exotics. They are used for advanced structures, capital ships, planet items and more, and are harder to obtain than credits, metal and crystal. Okay. This is your survey button. Surveying is often random, but some planets guarantee exotic rewards. This helps you to build capital ships earlier and is your main way to get exotics until later in the game. Okay? Surveying can also discover other special rewards. Be sure not to neglect them, as your discoveries could also give you an edge over your opponents. Another way to acquire exotics is to capture derelicts. A derelict has been located in an adjacent gravity well. Zoom out far enough to see it. Yeah, so this one and this one. This means a derelict is present. Zoom in to the derelict located in the planet's gravity well. It will be a gray triangular shaped icon, yep. So this one, I guess. This is a derelict. They are always guarded by scavengers. I mean, we've been through this already. Kind of. Another important way to acquire exotics is to build them yourself in exotic refineries. In order to do this, we will need to research the correct technology, then build a refinery. Alright? All the way here. Okay, so that's a fair bit later. Not early on. Okay. So right here, exotic refinery. Exotic refineries convert basic resources into exotics. Each refinery makes one exotic at a time, so you'll need several for a strong exotic economy. The ability to make exotics on demand is invaluable. Let's queue one up. Open your exotics window to continue. Alright. Next. Conquer and colonize, our favorite part, am I right? I mean, mostly colonize. We would never conquer. We're peaceful people. Welcome to the Conquer and Colonize tutorial. In this tutorial, you will learn how to, Alright. Adjacent to your location is an asteroid with a small fleet of defenders. Your first job will be to destroy these forces and colonize the asteroid, right? When it comes to colonization, an asteroid is considered a planet. To colonize an unoccupied planet, you need a ship with recolonizability. Some planets require special research to be colonized, but not asteroids. Okay. So colon the frigate is very vulnerable. It's usually best to clear the target planet of enemies before attempting to colonize it. Send your attack fleet to destroy the asteroid's defenders and then bring in your colony frigate to colonize it. When your ship arrives, it will auto-colonize the asteroid unless there are enemy siege ships nearby. You can turn this off by right-clicking the colonize button. Alright?
Give the order.
Let's go then.
Easily done.
And we can speed up, I suppose. Times 5.
Plotting jump coordinates.
And again. Wait, we're supposed to go here, actually. Yeah.
What now? Yes, Commander. At once.
Well, let's just do times 10.
Coordinates. Plotting jump coordinates.
Alright. Where's that colony ship?
Ready for orders.
I guess I need to build one. Alright. Yeah, there it is.
Go ahead.
I guess we have two now.
Ready for orders. Yes, Commander.
Go on.
Stand by for phase jump.
That'll do. There is a far richer planet right next to the door, the enemy's capital planet. Unlike the asteroid, the enemy's capital planet is already occupied. You will not be able to colonize it until the enemy is displaced. Oh, that's how we call it now. Displaced? That's what we call it? Send your attack fleet to clear their defenses and bomb their planet with your cross of siege frigates. After they lose control of the planet, bring in your colony frigate to take over. Hint, all capital ships can bomb planets too. Yeah, that's what we call it, displaced. Uh-huh. Sure. Okay, can you just click the lane? Because I'm pretty sure you could have done that in the first game.
Yes,
To
Commander,
jump.
at once.
Or maybe not. I thought you could.
Done. Plotting jump coordinates.
Yeah, they have been shown the door. They have been politely invited to leave, yeah, with bombs. Yep. Very politely indeed.
That's more like it. Start making your dinner plans. This won't take long.
What are these abilities here? Experimental beam, alright. Fusillade. Adaptive force field. Nice explosion. We're running ×5. That should be enough.
What now?
Fireworks. Yeah, we are inviting them to leave, politely. And I guess I can move that colony ship. Right
Ready
there.
for orders. Yes, Commander.
Have they accepted our invitation yet? Can we see like the top? 436.
What now? Yes, Commander. At once.
Is that it? All for details.
Ready for
We're
battle.
not bombarding it anymore. Oh yeah, they're gone because it's not orange anymore. Alright.
Go ahead. Transmission received. Stand by for phase jump.
So now we can colonize it. Alright. There you go. You can change the victory conditions in the game lobby map settings, alright? Minor factions. Welcome to Minor Factions tutorial. Throughout the galaxy, the major powers, the Tech, the Advent, and the Vasari... The Advent? That sounds familiar. Are locked in an endless war. Offshoots of each have also set up their own operations wherever they could settle. They are always highly entrenched in their gravity wells, so combat is not something to be taken lightly. Your minor factions window will show you all of the minor factions in the galaxy. From here you can interact with all the minor factions you've encountered. They will appear once you discover them. Alright. You can exert soft power over various minor factions using influence. Your influence points are shown on the top. There are different ways to increase your influence potential, but the primary methods are for research and planet items. Okay. Read the research that has been highlighted. Has anything been highlighted? Oh, down here. Mercantile envoys. Okay. Skilled merchants are sponsored by the Tech to establish mutually beneficial ties with minor factions. Okay. it will increase your maximum influence by a few points. Right, influence points plus 2. Alright. You've increased your maximum influence points. The bar below your points shows your influence generation rate. When it fills, you'll gain another point. Spreading culture speeds this up. Let's see what you can spend influence points on. You have been given detection to see the only minor faction in this scenario, the pirates. This bar represents your reputation level with this faction. You can increase this by spending influence points. For this tutorial, you will be allowed to ignore influence costs. Okay. The highlighted row shows rewards for minor factions, which also cost influence. These rewards are crucial and can turn the tide of battle. For example, the pirate's boarding crew can steal opponent's ship. After claiming a reward, you must wait for a cooldown before claiming it again. Okay. Boarding crew. Adds several pirate boarding crews to your ship. These crews can board and take control of enemy corvettes, frigates, and cruisers. Okay, sounds fun. Smuggler's Den. A large-scale contraband handling network that can also act as a base for pirates to launch raids from. Pirate Wager. Provides a random collection of resources. Pirate Raid, alright. Next, combat model overview, alright? Welcome to the combat model tutorial. Here you will learn the basics of the combat model and how to use this knowledge for victory. You have been given a small fleet to analyze. While the actual size of your fleet is important, understanding the capabilities of each ship type is crucial. This knowledge allows you to build a fleet composition that counters your opponent. Every ship type has strengths and weaknesses, being effective against some targets and vulnerable to others. Okay. Light frigates. Display the tooltip for this unit by hovering over the unit itself. Or center portrait in the bottom bar of the HUD. This unit has decently high damage per second and can hit hard in large groups. Okay. Right. Medium autocannon. 9.5 DPS, 200 Pierce. In Scenes 2, all unit weapons are fully simulated. If you zoom in on the light frigate, you'll notice it lacks turrets, making it vulnerable to faster corvettes because it can't rotate fast enough to acquire a target. Now select and focus your battleship to continue.
Good day, Commander.
Okay. In Cole's tooltip shows it has a variety of weapons including light autocannon turrets. These turrets can rotate quickly enough to target corvettes. However, it has no point defense turrets, so it is vulnerable to long-range missiles. Okay. To protect our units from missiles, build flak frigates with fast tracking point defense turrets to take down missiles and strike craft. They're not effective against other targets, so they need support. Right? Got it? So, build some flag frigates. Right, build ships. To protect our units from missiles, yeah. The combat model is deep, but when it comes to the basics, the next most important factor is durability. Every unit has a durability ranking as shown in its tooltip. Durability reflects the quality of its shields, armor, and hull points. Higher durability means less damage taken. Weapons with high pierce can counter high durability. However, combat isn't just about stats. Right. Okay, so higher durability means less damage taken. But pierce is kind of like armor, I guess, then? Where pierce counters it. Alright? Select your gunship corvette. Right here.
I need some excitement.
Display the corvette's tooltip, and note it has 0 durability. Corvettes gain their defense primarily from maneuverability. They are very effective as a swarm unit against targets with fixed or slow-moving turrets, even if these weapons have very high DPS or Pierce. Alright? Yeah, 200 armor, 215 hull points, 0 durability. Right. Okay. An enemy base has been set up with missile frigates at the starbase. To take down the starbase, it's best to use torpedo cruisers. Let's prepare this engagement by building some torpedo cruisers. Alright. So you can do it from here, yeah, directly inside the fleet. Right here, I guess. There you go. Build another capital ship. We should be ready to attack. Select all your ships and add them to your fleet with the right click.
Good day, Commander. Fleet deployment acknowledged.
Use flag frigates to intercept enemy missiles, while the rest of your fleet targets the starbase. Destroy the opponent's starbase to continue. Right-click the fleet's move button so they jump simultaneously.
How can I be of service? We're underway.
Got it.
Reporting in.
I guess we can speed up a little.
All hands, prepare for phase jump. How can I be of service?
So there's the starbase.
Where do you need me?
So, okay, hold on. That's the enemies.
Where do you need me?
Can I see like the whole
can I
fleet?
be of
Can we select? Yeah, right here. Alright.
Reporting in. Just a short detour while we clear a path. Ahead slow. Brace for combat.
Kill the fleet first, I guess.
You got launch codes? What can I wreck for you? Fingers on the button. Ready to swap some flights.
Is this a 4X space game? Yeah, it kind of is, basically. It is. It's just not turn-based, but it is basically a 4X space game. And it's a pretty good one. I used to play the first one quite a lot back in the day. But that was like a pretty long time ago.
Got a job for me? This should be a routine combat mission. What can I wreck for
I can
ya?
just attack the starbase with the torpedoes, I assume.
We're heads armed. Reporting in.
There are these special abilities here.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Trade. Is turn-based with turns that last 1 second? Yeah. Well, I mean, you can pause anytime you want, you can speed up, slow down. It's not really a super fast-paced game, which is why I liked it back in the day. Trade is the power of the Trader Emergency Coalition. It is a tool that we can use to rebalance our economy in any direction we need. Alright. Export points. You may distribute them as you please between credit, crystal, and metal. Each point will give you an income bonus per second for that resource. Okay? From this area, you can see how your export points are currently distributed. You can use these windows to rebalance those points as you see fit. Trade points are created by trade ports. Each one will increase your export points by 1 point, and increase the export point cap for your resources as well. Let's take a look. Okay. So build a trade port. Yeah, not that. Right here. The amount that is added to the export point cap is different for each gravity well. So if you add a trade port to a Terran planet, you will have a different distribution of additional export points than if you build one at a volcanic planet. You can see how much a planet will give through the planet tooltip. Okay. Where would that be? Hold for advanced details. Credit income, trade port. I can't say I'm saying it. Trade capacity. Oh yeah, at the bottom, I guess. I assume that's it. Trade capacity. Okay. Once a trade port is complete, you will have gained your export point. You will be able to see how many you have by the small number in the trade window button. Spend the metal to continue. Okay. Trade. I don't think it's complete yet. Wait, why is it 0 then? Wait, what? Oh, we need to drag it? Oh, like this. You need to take this one. Oh, okay, I see. Alright. Unity tutorial. Advanced Unique Game System, Unity. Unity is a powerful tool wielded by the Advent that allows them to use powerful abilities. If used properly, they can change the tide of battle completely. In order to unlock these abilities, you will need to gain and then spend Unity points. But to actually use them, you will need focus. Okay? This is your Unity window. From here, you can gain Unity abilities and see your current focus and Unity points. This number represents your Unity points. These allow you to unlock abilities to use in battle. Okay? This represents your focus. Focus is spent to use abilities. There are various ways to increase focus, and we will go over some here. This bar represents your focus at a glance. It's simply an easier way to understand the amount of focus you have left versus your maximum. In the center of the window, you can see the abilities you can get with Unity points. In order to cast Unity abilities, you will need Unity points, which are usually obtained through temples of Unity. Let's get the requisite research for that. Okay. So it's pretty early. There are multiple ways to gain Unity, but the most reliable one is by building temples of Unity. Let's build one now. Alright. Now that you have a Temple of Unity, you have gained a Unity point. You may spend these on Unity abilities. Yeah. Clairvoyance. Vision at target planet. The duration 30 seconds. Alright. Each ability has unique effects. Clairvoyance, in particular, will give you vision on any planet for a short time, even ones you've never scouted. This is an incredible tool for the Advent. Experiment with other abilities as well. Using combinations of abilities can lead to powerful and unexpected effects. Okay? Try casting your new ability. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Got it. Another tip that is helpful is to open the unit quick bar with Shift 9. Shift F9. Okay, got it. Right here. There's no way I'm gonna remember that shortcut, but okay. Okay, one more. Phase Resonance. I guess that's the third faction mechanic. Is this Marb's early New Year resolution to notch up 1000 hours of tutorials? Well, this is the last one now. And there are definitely some mechanics here that are not too obvious at first glance. Okay, so Phase Resonance. Phase Resonance is a powerful tool wielded by the Vasari, enabling the strategic allocation of resonance points across mobility, combat, and utility. These points enhance your ship's performance upon entry to a gravity well for a short time, providing a critical edge. With Phase Resonance, you can strike swiftly at the outset of battle, gaining momentum and pushing towards victory. This game has many hidden buttons. It sounds like it, yeah. Well, I mean, I always have a big backlog. It doesn't mean I'll play all of them, but I definitely have more games in my backlog than I will ever be able to play. This is your Phase Resonance window. From here you can see how many resonance points you have and how they are distributed. This area represents how many undistributed Phase Resonance points you have. In this section you can see various point tracks. Each track represents certain bonuses you can add in different ways. The mobility track will increase ship speed and phase jump speed, making your units more agile. Utility will help with with ability usage by decreasing antimatter cost and cooldowns, and combat will increase your weapon damage, weapon reload, and your phase missiles' chance to bypass shields. Okay? Can I see all the... Okay, I can. Got it. So we need to start at the bottom. Okay. Got it. Phase resonance points are created by phase resonators. Each one you build will add 1 point, which you may allocate how you see fit. Each gravity well has a certain limit on how many phase resonators may be built within it. Okay? And research. There you go. So now we can build one, I guess. Spend the point. Well, finish building it first, I guess. There you go. Mobility. Plus 12% phase jump speed. Okay. So we completed all of them. Now we can play the game, am I right? Okay, apparently there are scenarios, but they are in a DLC. Okay. Modding. Well, I don't think we'll be doing that right now, but it's a thing. There's a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so new game, I guess. Randomly generated map for 2 players. Okay. In which each player starts with their own star system. Okay, that's an interesting looking map. 4. Scrambler. Okay, that's an interesting looking map as well. So do we just go with random? Random 4-player? 37 to 41 planets. That's a lot. Large, huge. Okay, small, huge. Alright, I guess we can go random 4-player or something. That sounds reasonable. Set up game. Right. Okay, there are quite a few options here. These are like the variants of the existing faction? Or what is this? What's the difference here? Unique planet items. Okay. Unique units. Labor camp. An subtle oppression is used to force able-bodied humans into assisting mining and construction. Okay. Alright. Alliance Xeno Embassy. Who needs diplomacy? Diplomacy is overrated. The debris reclamation facility enables the automatic harvesting of resources from destroyed ships at the planet and all planets up to 1 jump away. Okay. Core Stripper. Allows you to consume a planet once you abandon it, stripping it of all natural resources to generate a huge amount for your empire. The planet is permanently ruined. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Radical free-thinking Vasari civilians, tired of living aboard starships, descend to form communities on planets, fought to resemble the ancient Vasari homeworld. Okay. What else do we have here? So these guys are like with the trading mechanic, the tech. Advent are the unity points, and the Vasari were like the resonance points. Greater tempo of purification. This and the adjacent gravity wells are imbued with the presence of the unity. When they become cleared of hostile forces, friendly units in that gravity well restore hull and shield points over a short duration. Okay. This and adjacent gravity wells, yeah. When they become cleared of hostile forces, your empire automatically colonizes the planet if possible. Planets colonized this way receive a development track cost reduction as well. Okay, interesting. Tempo of assimilation. Powerful psionics stand ready to overpower encroaching enemy forces. When enemy ships enter the gravity well, they have a small chance to be converted into serving your empire. Okay, that sounds pretty funny. And their capital ship has mind control of sorts. I mean, we can play Advent. I guess in XCOM we fought against Advent, and in this game we are Advent. I guess that works for me. Okay, that works. Random. Okay. So, what can I change here? Can I not change this? Oh yeah, right here. Easy, random, aggressive. Oh, aggressive, defensive, random. I see. Easy, medium, hard, unfair, nightmare. Okay, impossible. Right. I guess we can do medium. And die. Alright. Teams? No teams. Okay, I suppose this works. I can assign them to the other factions. Alright. And with that said, I need a quick break before we get started. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. We've become the elders. Well, you know what they say. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Alright, well, we are Advent then. Advent Wrath. And we're playing a random map. I guess we'll do medium. Hopefully we won't die too quickly. Okay. Let's just pause right away and take a look. Alright, see what we have. Greater factory, lesser factory, seeker, assembly drone. Alright.
Show me the path.
So that's the scout, I take it. Orbital structures, right, ships. So seeker, that's the scout. Alright, capital ships. Right, I guess we should build one. There are 5 different ones. So the first one is free. Let's see. Well, I don't really know which one is good at what here. We can see their skills, but there's no like description. We can guess. Domination. Shield regeneration. This one sounds like more of a support kind of thing. Alright. I like this one. That's fine.
Our minds
Okay, so
awaken.
that's free. Unit build.
We sensed your presence.
And we can add it.
A new fleet is
Well,
born.
hold on. We don't need 2, I guess. Remove this fleet by dragging it out. Okay. So...
What
let's send the
needs
scouts, I
revealing?
guess.
Unity be my guide.
You go here, you go here.
My path is clear.
What else? Greater Temple of Pilgrimage. Planet slot. Okay. So this and the adjacent gravity wells are imbued with the presence of the Unity. When they become cleared of hostile forces, your empire automatically colonizes the planet if possible. Planets colonized this way receive a development track cost reduction as well. Right, so we don't need to build an actual colony ship to colonize like the adjacent systems. We just need this thing. Okay, alright. But we do have a colony ship, I take it. Frigates, cruisers, capital ships, corvettes. Okay. Wait, do we actually have a colony ship? Or do we not? Or is this how we colonize? Wait. Is this actually the only way we colonize? That would be weird. Maybe it is. Yeah, no, here, colonize, missionary. Right, okay. Got it. Anyway, asteroids. Yeah, there's a lot we can do here, so I need to like figure shit out. Tutorials are one thing. So lesser factory allows ship construction. A greater factory allows cruisers and capital ships. Right? Harmony research points, hostility research points. Okay. Spreads cultural influence. And that's the refinery. Okay. Defense platform, right? Got it.
Requisite research must be conducted first.
Right, we need to start research then. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to research. Okay, what do we need for the extractors?
Requisite research must
Okay,
be
you
conducted
can't like click on
first.
this to go straight to the tree. Okay, down here, under material, that makes sense. So I guess I need harmony research points for that.
Required.
Alright. Well, there it is. I guess we'll build that then. And we can build some ships.
A colonizable planet
So
has been
where's the
discovered.
cost here? 60... Okay, 60 credits. 20 crystal. Right, I guess we have a lot. Disciple, 180, 50. Okay. I guess we'll do that then. So, asteroid. Okay. Derelict load. Sounds good. I don't really see a lot of hostiles here. There's like one frigate. Okay, they will scout on their own. That's good. Carry on. Okay, this is probably enough. I don't think we need like a whole ass fleet here. Can I not just select them like this?
What does the Unity will? Implicitly.
Wait, is there a quick way to select everything from like the top left? Or do you have to do
We
this?
must act.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Okay,
What
kind
does
of
the
weird.
Unity will?
Like, this is kind of weird. Okay, that is a little bit weird. Build ships, open advanced actions.
We must act.
Okay, that's kind of strange. I would think there would be a way to just select everything in the fleet from the top left, but you can't, apparently? Or they're not actually... No, they should be added.
We sensed your presence.
The fleet embraces new vessels.
Okay, this is a little bit
We
odd.
must act. What does the Unity will? We must act.
This UI is a little
We
bit
answer the
odd.
call. What's on your mind?
It's not entirely obvious,
We
like what's
answer the
selected
call.
at any given moment.
What needs revealing?
Yeah, I find that this part of the UI a bit confusing.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
I queued up a whole bunch of stuff here. It really could have been a little bit clearer. The good version of Stellaris, well, they are pretty different, I would say. Yeah, there are some similarities, but they are pretty different.
We answer the call.
I mean, this is not really a grand strategy. Anyway, yeah, this fleet interface
Act.
confuses me a little bit here.
What does the Unity will? We sensed your presence.
One thing that's not totally clear is, like, okay, when I drag to select a bunch of units, they are highlighted over here. But I'm pretty sure it was different in the first game.
Is it time?
Would be nice if it was way more clear visually, like what exactly you have selected at any given moment.
Discovered.
We
Because
answer
I
the
find
call.
that part to not be entirely clear.
Embraces new vessels.
We must act.
It's just kind of odd.
What does the Unity will?
Okay, so where's the queue? This is the queue.
We sensed your presence.
Yeah, so this is the fleet. When you select the fleet, here you can build stuff. This is the capital ship. Ship item. These are the ship abilities. This is just everything within this planet's gravity well. But what if the fleet is spread out throughout the different ones? Then what? Because right now it is, isn't it? And if it wasn't, what if it is? These are just scouts. What if some of the ships in the fleet are, let's say, in this gravity well and the others are here? Then what?
What does
Is
the
there no
Unity will?
obvious visual indication of what you have selected at any given time? Or maybe I'm just missing it. What if I just jump over? Yeah, so this is the fleet. Should actually be more. Wait, should be more. Hold on. Were they not automatically added here? They should
What
have
does the
been.
Unity will?
The fleet embraces
What the
new
heck?
vessels.
We must act. What does the Unity will?
Oh no, this is the queue. Okay, what the
We
heck?
sensed your presence.
I'm really missing something obvious here with this. No, I'm not looking at like the main screen. I'm looking at the UI elements, like this thing here, this thing here. I'm not looking at what's on the screen right now in the middle. That's irrelevant. It changes when... No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't really change when you zoom out. I'm looking here at this thing. On top left. This is what I'm looking at. Like this element here with the fleets. This is what I'm looking at.
What does the Unity will?
There's something obvious I'm missing with this management system here. I mean, these guys should have been part of the fleet as well.
What does the Unity will?
Yeah, this fleet management interface is very, very strange. It's super unintuitive. Okay, but these are supposed to be fleets. I mean, I can disband this one. Let's say I disband this one, right? I disbanded the fleet, there's no fleet now.
A new fleet is born.
So we can add an empty one. So here's... hold on. So here's an empty one. This is an empty fleet that I added. So we can add ships either by building them in the fleet menu, which is what I did earlier, and yet they did not get added for some reason. And you can add them by selecting them and then right-clicking the fleet. So, which I also did, and that did not seem to work either for some strange reason. Here we have 8 fighters, right? So these are 8 fighters. See, like... There's something that's actually not working here. This fleet is currently empty. It literally says here, add ships by selecting them and then right-clicking this fleet icon. Fighters are defensive. Okay then. So let's say disciples.
Is it time?
The fleet
Okay, now it
embraces
works.
New vessels.
Okay, so fighters are not actually ships. Okay, that's a little bit confusing, but I guess that explains it, sort of.
What does the Unity will?
The fleet embraces new
Okay, so
vessels.
battle cruiser. I'm pretty sure I built more than this, but maybe not.
Is it
I thought I
time?
queued up a lot more. Okay, I actually thought I queued up a lot more.
What's on your mind?
I'm just figuring out this interface here. Didn't I queue up a whole bunch of corvettes? I thought I did. Well, I guess this one is a scout, so I don't really need those all that much. The supply-based military research.
Hostility research required to unlock more fleet supply.
Okay, this is kind of confusing. So wait, when you remove the fleet group, so this is not like a control group. Is this kind of similar to a control group or not? If you just remove a fleet, does that mean you instantly disband everything that was a part of it? It is a control, but it's not then. But in any normal RTS, when you remove a control group, that does not mean you delete all of the units that were part of it. But here, that's what we did? No disbanding? Okay, maybe my brain's just too cooked today, but I feel like there's something obvious I'm really missing here. Okay, also we need a lot of research here then. So, orbital extraction unlocks the extractor, so let's do that then.
What's on your mind?
Okay, so then side question, can I
Answer
not
the
just...
call. Implicitly.
Okay, I can. Okay. I guess I can't build any more than this right now. I feel like we should probably just restart here because we already wasted 5 minutes.
What's on your mind?
So I can't really build anything right now. The only thing I can build are the Seekers, which are scouts essentially. And that's it. Where's the supply? Where can I see the supply?
We answer the call.
Okay, this is 74 supply.
Is it time?
Where's the supply cap? Because there's a supply cap, right? Where can I see that? Military command, is that it? Yes. Okay, used supply 98. How on earth did I use 98? Okay, I see. Too many scouts. Okay, if I zoom out all the way, how can I see all of my units everywhere? Because I see they're flying around, but I can't actually see them listed anywhere. Like, this only lists units that are within this gravity well, and this only lists our actual colonized planets, of which there's currently 1. But is there no actual way to see everything everywhere? Like an actual full list of everything you have? Is that not a thing? Is there no actual full list of your fleet, of everything you have everywhere, regardless of like what it might be and whether it's part of your fleets or not? Is that not a thing? Because it seems that's not a thing, which is kind of odd.
Show me the path. What needs revealing?
That's kind of what I was looking for. Anyway, I feel like we should probably just restart this. Is there a restart option? No. Okay, I don't want to quit the game. Well, yes, just the game. Okay, let's try this again. So, random. Okay, random. Let's try this again. Anyway, I need to figure out where to even start from. Because even if it's similar to the first game, the last time I played the first game was like 14 years ago. We need the research, that much I know.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
So we'll grab that. Okay, I assume the scout will just go scout on his own.
Guide me.
Because they did last time. Yep, alright. So we don't need to do anything there. And we can build the flagship.
We sensed your presence.
Okay.
Our minds awaken.
Domination overpowers the mind of the crew aboard the targeted ship, forcing them to permanently serve in this ship's empire. Okay, that sounds fun. Max targets 2, alright.
What does the Unity will?
Okay, so the only thing I can really build are these disciples. So I guess we'll build a bunch of those. The supply cap seems pretty low. I guess it will be much higher later on. Like, it's already 78 used up, and we have 100 max. The flagship alone uses half of it. And one small frigate uses 5. Yeah, but I only just started. Like, we are not even a minute in, we're 1 minute in. Okay, first extractors. Okay, so presumably these things will colonize themselves once we clear them. As long as they're adjacent to a planet we have with this temple thing. Whatever that was. Yeah, right here. So this automatically colonizes planets in adjacent gravity wells, as long as they have been cleared of hostiles. Alright.
Civilian structure complete.
We sensed your presence. Implicitly.
Okay, I'm still a little bit confused about some of the UI parts here, but alright, we'll figure it out. I feel like there's a little bit of information missing sometimes. Like, okay, for example, when you click this, would be nice if it actually told you somewhere what this is without having to hover over it, but maybe I'm just nitpicking. Why is this still here then? Can I not remove this notification?
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
Like, okay, yeah, I know it's here. I built it. Can I not remove this? There you go. Planet. Over there.
What does the Unity will?
Bradford just called and said to let you know you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I mean, not surprisingly, we only just started. Anyway, let's just jump over there and clear it. I can't build many more ships here anyway.
We sensed your presence.
Maybe speed things up. Okay, so this will unlock the extractors, so now we can build those. Should be under orbital structures. Or was it? Yeah, right here. I guess we can just auto-place them. Okay, there you go. Right, so I'm not really sure which research is the most important one, so I'll just check it out loud. Unlock planet upgrades, okay. Orbital congregation. Increases planetary population growth rate. I'm looking for things that actually... Okay, ice colonization. Alright. Temple of Unity, I guess we'll need that. Temple of Communion. The energy... Oh, influence points, right? Right. Okay, let's unlock Temple of Unity then. Off we go.
Our
forces have engaged the enemy. We must act.
Okay, so this will be auto-used, but we can disable that. Autocast is fine, I guess.
Has been discovered.
Waiting on you.
Okay, so once we clear this, yeah, okay, it already got auto-colonized. Good. And I assume we can just build the excavators.
Upgrade logistics to unlock more civilian slots.
Oh yeah, logistics
Civilian
slots,
structure
right?
Complete. Harmony research complete.
Need to get used to this system again. Maybe we will just do XCOM next time. We'll see.
Civilian structure complete.
But I do feel like there's quite a bit of info missing in the UI. It's pretty minimalistic. And now I'm not a big fan of UI overload because that's not good either. But it feels kind of minimalistic. When I tried to play Sims 1 again a few years back, I was so lost. Yeah, I used to play it quite a bit, but like I said, that was like 13 years ago. It was before YouTube, so more than 11 years ago. So I just feel a little bit lost. Derelict loot collected. Okay, so 746 metal. And some exotics. Right. Whole one of it. Okay. Got it. Level gained. Okay. And does that mean I can spend something?
We sensed your presence.
Yes, I can. So what are these? Damage reflected. Ability cooldown. An overwhelming sense of failing floods the minds of enemy crews, causing their ships to suffer ability cooldown and weapon reload penalties for a moderate duration. Okay. This is defensive. Causing attackers of that unit to suffer a percentage of the damage dealt in return. Okay.
Civilian structure complete.
Right, so that's done.
We must act. So
Let's
shall
clear
it be.
this one, since that will get auto-colonized as well.
Implicitly.
Yet I assume I can't build this on an asteroid. Or can I? It's considered to be a planet. So I guess I can. Yeah, I can. If I want to. Final price. Okay, it's not cheap. Can you remove these buildings? I assume you can. Okay, you can. Got it. Yeah, I played Endless Space, but I like the first one more than I like the second one. One thing I didn't like about Endless Space was like the whole combat system. It was just weird.
Civilian
It was the weakest part of the game, in my eyes, and they kind of doubled down on it in the second game. That was probably my biggest disappointment in the second one. But overall, I just like the first one more. Alright, let's clear this one. Oh yeah, and the research. So that's done. Okay. Commerce integration. Unlocked planet upgrades. Okay. Oh yeah, let's unlock ice planet colonization. And I guess military research. So for that we need a tempo of
Upgrade
hostility.
logistics to unlock more civilian
Right.
slots.
We need logistics first.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
And I suppose we can grab a colony ship.
Another planet joins the Unity. Logistics upgrade complete.
Okay, so that's now colonized.
Complete.
And we'll grab the derelict. Logistics.
Upgrade logistics to unlock more civilian slots.
Alright. Can we queue up more? Yeah.
A colonizable planet has been discovered. Upgrade logistics to unlock more civilian slots.
Okay, that'll do. Level gained. Level 3.
We must act.
Derelict looked collected. 1000 credits, alright.
Logistics upgrade complete.
So let's go clear that planet over here and colonize this.
Civilian structure complete.
We sensed your presence. So shall it be.
What else can we do on our home planet?
Civilian structure
Commerce.
complete.
What's our income? Right, research rate,
Civilian structure complete.
logistics.
Our forces
How's
have
that the
engaged
military
the enemy.
research? What I queued up the... what is called? Oh, actually no, I didn't because I needed logistics. Okay. Can I move it to the front of the queue? No? Well, I
Civilian
can.
Structure complete.
Okay.
Civilian structure complete.
Yeah, so this is the military research tree. There's a lot of stuff here. Hangar defense. Refined laser cannons. Basic shield protection. Acolyte blueprint. Right, let's do that. Okay, ice colonization, that's done. Volcanic, primordial, crystalline. What's this planet? Is this ice? Arctic, okay. Wait, that's not the same. No, it is the same, okay. Homeward prophecy. Divination.
A colonizable planet has been discovered.
We sensed your presence.
What 4X games would you say have good combat? Like space ones specifically? This one has good combat. That's definitely always been the strength of since the first one at least. I assume the second one too.
Civilian structure complete. Harmony research complete. Civilian structure complete.
But as far as turn-based games go, as far as turn-based space 4X games go, none of them do. Not that there are too many. In general, well, in general, Age of Wonders. That's the biggest strength of that game, combat. There's no other 4X game with better combat, in my opinion, than Age of Wonders.
A colonizable planet.
And one of the reasons I like the fourth one a lot. Not the only one, but one of the major reasons, for sure. Anyway. So if I want to quickly find that colony ship. So okay, so here's the thing, right? I know I have a colony ship out there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, got it.
What lies before
We can
us?
find it pretty quickly then.
With one voice.
Alright. So we'll colonize this.
Initiating phase jump. We must act.
Okay, how about more supply points? Where do I get more supply points? Supply. Okay, max supply 250. Okay, I guess we'll do that then. That's unlocked. My favorite might be Master of Magic from back in the day. Oh yeah, that was one of my favorites for sure. Yep. I think back in the day there was a period when I played Master of Magic more than I played Civilization. I actually did a series on YouTube a few years back.
Harmony research complete.
I know there's the like rebalance kind of thing, whatever it's called, but I haven't tried it. Caster of Magic or something like that? Yeah, there's a whole thing where the game gets rebalanced. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Master of Magic, Caster of Magic. It's basically a rebalance. Well, it's a DLC that rebalances the game. It does more content. I haven't actually tried it. The opinions are generally positive. Add that to the backlog. I mean, it kind of is in the backlog already. Always has been.
Hostility research complete. Another planet joins the Unity.
But to me, Master of Magic is still one of the greats. There have been some attempts at like remaking it, making like a modernized version of Master of Magic, but they have not been successful in my eyes. The OG is still pretty much unbeaten in that regard. I can't think of too many examples. I mean, there are examples, but there aren't too many examples of studios that attempted to make like a spiritual successor or like a remake inspired by, or whatever you want to call it, by one of the classics from the 90s. A lot of the time they fail for various reasons. Sometimes it's clear that the studio doesn't fully understand what made the original so good. And it's definitely not easy to like capture that again. It's not easy. Right, anyway. We're moving here, right? Yeah, okay, it's already colonized. Is it though? Should be. No, yeah, it is. So logistics. Good. So, okay, so this is the auto-colonize thing. The research goes pretty quick here. Okay, more supply, we got that now. Unlock Seeker ability, lingering presence. Okay. Basic shield projection, alright. Yeah, I miss the old Micro Pros. A lot of the old strategy games from the 90s, they were actually really well designed. And I know in some cases, It's like the rose-colored glasses nostalgia when people talk about old games, but I always thought that in case of at least strategy genre from the 90s, a lot of the classic strategy games from the 90s were genuinely really well designed. And they are a great example of good game design till this day. And it's not just nostalgia and the rose-colored glasses. They were genuinely really well designed games.
Logistics are
Not all of them, obviously, but a lot of the actual classics from the 90s were really well designed. A lot of the games today are far too focused on the visual side of it, and past certain point, like improving the visuals past certain point
hostility
has severe diminishing returns. Because who really gives a shit about like slightly better shadows in a strategy game? Nobody really cares. Okay, I'm sure some people do, but you get severe diminishing returns past certain point. And yet, a lot of the bigger studios are really hyper-focused on that. Even in a genre like strategy games, where visuals really don't matter that much. Okay, man, there's so much research in here, I'm not even sure what to prioritize. Unity Awakened. Extra civilian orbit slots, extra military orbit slots. Okay. And by the way, if you guys want, we can switch to one of the other games too. One stream doesn't have to be a single game. I still have, like, all these games I showed at the start ready to go. All it will take is one click to switch over. Right, and military. Refine the laser cannons, hangar defense blueprint. Squadrons of strike craft defend nearby structures and the planet from hostile forces, okay? Oh yeah, there were a lot of bad ones as well, you're not wrong. But I think what happened, like in the 90s, as far as PC gaming goes, there was a lot of experimentation in game design, because there wasn't really like a set of best practices within any given genre. You didn't really have like a standard template you could follow when you're making a game in a certain genre. So there was a lot more experimentation. Now the studios, like especially the bigger ones, just play it safe and follow the templates provided by games that have already been successful. But back then, well, a lot of the genres haven't even been established yet. So there were no best practices to follow. There were like no successful designs you could copy.
planet item ready.
I think AAA games have fallen off in general. Indie games are so much better. Yeah, I totally agree. I ranted about this a few times before, because it's actually kind of funny. There's this sentiment in the gaming industry, and not in the entire gaming industry, but a large percentage of the AAA gaming industry, if you talk to people there, like marketing people, PR people, etc., the general sentiment is often that the industry is in crisis. And I actually had this conversation with like a couple of people I know, like, well, mostly PR and marketing people. And I had these conversations that like the gaming industry is in crisis. And I'm like, no, it's not. Maybe the AAA gaming industry is in crisis. That I can agree with. But the gaming industry as a whole, heck no. I would maybe even go as far as saying that we live in the golden age of gaming. If you consider gaming as a whole, if you add the indies, AA, etc. It has never been better than it is now. We have so many great games, but they are mostly indie games. But if somebody limits themselves just to AAA, then yeah, I can definitely see how somebody could think that the gaming industry is in crisis. I would agree with that then. But if you play indie games, heck no, it's great. There are so many awesome games that came out like in the last 5 years. When I think about like how many AAA games have I really played in the last few years, I can't think of too many. If we exclude the XCOM and Civilization, I'm actually not sure. I have barely really played the AAA games in the last few years. Like barely. I'm not even sure what AAA game released in the last few years I played. I would have to think really hard about that. And when I say played, I mean for a considerable amount of time, not just like to try it out for an hour. Okay, so logistics, commerce. Yeah, there's some debate, and by the way, just the classification alone is pretty much meaningless and bullshit, and is very vague and subject to interpretation. But I wouldn't necessarily consider Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, let me rephrase that. We can talk about what constitutes an indie game, but to be more clear, I definitely do not consider Baldur's Gate 3 and Larian to be part of the actual AAA gaming industry, to make that distinction. Yes, it's a AAA quality game, but I do not consider Larian to be part of the actual AAA gaming industry, because they're not. In fact, they have been like pretty much almost universally hated by the AAA gaming industry. They got so much shit from that part of the industry. There was so much complaining and crying from the AAA gaming industry, how Larian set an unrealistic standard for people to expect. Like, man, it was kind of hilarious to watch. I mean, Civilization 7 has been a monumental failure in my eyes.
Defense upgrade complete.
Yes, kind of similar. There was a pretty similar freakout from the AAA gaming industry when it comes to Elden Ring. I'm sure many people remember that. So many people from the AAA industry were really mad about Elden Ring being popular despite quote-unquote doing things wrong. They were so mad. It was funny to watch. I never got around to actually playing it, but like the whole thing was really funny to watch. Like, oh, this game has no right to be successful, it's doing things wrong. Yeah, okay. They hated them for making a good game? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of the games that are made by the AAA studios, by the big AAA studios, are, I would say, I wouldn't call them slob because they're not slob, but they just follow the same template. And some studios are worse, and some publishers are worse about that than others. But a lot of these games just follow like the same template. It's essentially the same game, but with a different paint job. Refined warheads, okay. Tempest blueprint. They've ruined the FPS games doing that. Yeah, I used to play FPS games a fair bit back in the day, mostly single player, because I'm not really a multiplayer guy. But I haven't really done that in a very long time, because I don't really feel like they are worth playing for the most part. There are some exceptions, but yeah. They are losing a lot of market share against indie games, and other regions like China are catching up. Yeah. What was that game? Black Myth Wukong. I haven't played it myself, but it was really hilarious to watch the collective meltdown the AAA studios and publishers had about that game. It was so funny to watch. Like, man, it was actually hilarious to watch. They were so butthurt about that game being actually good and successful. Like, Jesus.
Complete.
And they had so many excuses.
Hostility research complete.
Alright. Well...
More temples of harmony
Wait, you need...
required.
okay. 3 points are needed to get Harmony 2. Alright. Maybe we should just switch to something else. And a lot of Football Manager for some reason. Yeah, I had some MMO friends who played basically 2 games. There was one person in particular that I used to play WoW with in my guild. And he played 2 games. Like, he didn't really play video games. He played 2 games. World of Warcraft and Football Manager. Like, that's it. And there are a lot of people who don't actually play video games, they just play Football Manager. And when I say he played Football Manager, what I mean is that the last time we talked, which was like 10 years ago, he had over 10,000 hours in Football Manager games. That was more than 10 years ago. More like 15 years ago. It's like this whole separate niche of the gaming industry that doesn't really overlap too much with the rest of it. It's just its own thing. And they have so many people playing that game that don't really play other games. They just play this one single game. And its new iterations. I did play it actually a bit in like, I think I played, the version I played the most was I think 2012 one. It's been a pretty common theme when a new one comes out, it often gets trashed. Well, I mean, a lot of the time rightfully so, but it's been a theme that has been repeating for the past like 15 years. Because sometimes I look up like the reviews of whatever the newest one is for the year, and a lot of the time there are a lot of negatives. So, with that said, I mean, a lot of these negatives were basically came down to the fact that it's a new game that you have to pay for, but it doesn't really add anything. That makes me think about the Civilization 7 again. I still had the blast playing Civ 5. That game we just did as Shaka, that was like the most fun I had playing Civ in a while. And when I say Civ, I mean any Civ. 5, 6, 7, whatever Civ it might be. I'm kind of just over Civ 7 at this point. I mean, okay, I'm at this stage, so I often say that people criticizing your game is not even close to the worst thing that can happen to your game. Because a lot of game developers, especially like people who are just starting out, who are trying to like go indie, etc., they are often really focused on people criticizing their game. But people criticizing your game is not even remotely close to the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is that they will stop giving a shit. That's the actual worst thing that can happen. Not just to your game, but to your product in general. They will just stop giving a shit and move on to other things. That's basically the stage I'm at with Civ 7. Like, I don't really give a shit anymore. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, I actually don't care. I will probably revisit it at some point just to check whether like a whole lot has changed. I don't expect it to change, but I will give it a shot at some point. But I don't really expect it to change my mind.
Research complete. Hostility research complete.
By the way, can you tell I'm like totally not focused on this game right now?
We must act.
I guess this game is currently just an excuse to chat. That's kind of what it is. Okay, I mean, we can still colonize. Whoops, okay, I just removed them.
What now?
I didn't want to do that.
We must act.
A new fleet is born.
Waiting on you.
The fleet embraces new vessels.
Is
Well,
it
overall,
commencing phase jump?
I think I know what I wanted to know. It's pretty much Scenes 1, but I guess better. More modern UI, some new mechanics, like the planet movement thing, future orbits. This was like the most interesting new mechanic here, the future orbits thing. That's definitely very interesting. But the rest is mostly like basically the same. It's an evolution, not a revolution.
What's
Which
on
is,
your
I
mind?
guess, a good thing, if that's what you're looking for. Right, there's
We
nothing to
answer
colonize
the
here.
call.
This is a wormhole, right?
We sensed your presence. Implicitly.
Okay, I think we're actually gonna switch a game, because I feel like I'm not focused enough on this game right now. And, well, we checked it out, which is what I wanted to do. So let's switch to something else. That probably means I'm gonna cut the YouTube stream for a moment, since I try to keep that on a single game there. I think I might switch over to FTL. The multiverse mod. I actually did play that a bit a few days ago. I did one run. So I think we'll switch to that. Yeah, we'll get a lot more action. Immediately. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut the YouTube stream since we're done with this game for now. And we'll switch to FTL.